can hear your dog snoring now.
Okay, so we are live on YouTube. Okay, if everyone could mute and unmute themselves, please. We'll go ahead and get started. Welcome to the Conservation Commission meeting of October 5th, 2020, 12 p.m.
You're mute. I couldn't hear you, Ann.
Am I mute?
Now I
Now I
I
hear
can
you.
hear you.
You can hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Yeah. You see your lips moving.
You're mute again.
Yeah.
You're mute.
Test, test, test.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, now am I back?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. If we could have a motion to approve the minutes of September 8th.
I move to approve the minutes.
I'll second.
Sorry, I'm toggling between YouTube and Zoom here. So motion to approve?
Oh, we already did that. I move to approve the minutes.
And Sue Blake will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Hi.
Any opposed? Okay, minutes stand approved. Number 3 on our agenda is TerraCycling.
Okay, and Jeff told me to go around, have everybody go around our Zoom meeting and tell what they've done. And after last meeting, all I did was I resent the script that I had sent to everybody of what to say to the schools. And then I also, God, I can't remember now what else I also did. But anyway, I did not contact Raintree again. I was going to wait and see what other people had found out from their different schools. And we still haven't figured out what we're going to do about containers. So we're still working on that. Anne Marie, did you get a hold of CBC?
You know, I sent an email on Friday afternoon. They're really good. So about responding. So I will follow up with Michael Jordan, the president, and also the head of maintenance, I believe. But I will, this is my assumption, I don't know if this will be a good program for them just because it is more focused on younger children. I still need to contact Priory, and then I've got an email into St. Ansem. And right now, I'm a parishioner of St. Ansem, and it looks like they're starting to bring mass on with more people coming. I think it's at 50% capacity now since the St. Louis County announced additional guidelines, but they're also doing outdoor masses. So that could be another opportunity just to ask,
Yeah.
you know, from that perspective. And then as far as the containers, you know, I spent about an hour looking for those containers I had described on our last call. And lo and behold, I couldn't find them, but then I'm at Sam's Club this morning and there was one right there. But it's a large galvanized Rubbermaid, and it's commercial, but the top has the center cut out, but it's not as if you or I would cut it out. It has like a nice plastic rim on the inside. So no one would cut themselves. So I'll look at a few more resources and then report back at our November meeting if I was able.
How much was that?
Well, it wasn't for sale. At Sam's Club, they just have them at the ends of aisles for people, I think, who are who just need to throw something away.
Oh, okay.
But I know you all have seen these before. They're just very large gallons where the lid has the center cut out. So I'll report back if I'm able to find anything. I'll just send that directly to you and Ann. Okay.
Sue, did you have anybody that you were supposed to contact, any schools?
Yes, I believe Priory.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually, the problem is I couldn't remember if it was Priory or Princeton.
Princeton.
So actually, I haven't had a chance to contact them, but I do appreciate your sending me that because I really didn't understand the whole terrace cycling project that we were asking about them. So I appreciate you sending me the information. And then I was going to do that, contact them, and then I couldn't remember. Does anyone have in their notes if it was Priory or Princeton or just go?
Well, Harold was doing Principia.
What?
Harold was doing Principia.
He's doing Princeton, so then I'm doing Priory.
Okay, then I won't
Then-
contact them because I think
Oh,
Sue,
were you
last
gonna-
time- well, no, I had just volunteered, but were you on the last call? Because I think,
Oh, well then maybe you were doing Priory. I apologize. Maybe
Well, no,
I-
you didn't take any, you honestly didn't take anything away. I didn't, were you on the last call? Because I think we were just going through schools that were just local and we
Yeah.
each volunteered.
You know
So it
what?
wasn't-
That's what it was. I was out of town at the last call
Okay.
in the beginning of September. So then, yeah, scratch me for that. If you, because now that I think about it, you had a child at Priory, don't you? Or didn't you? Or
My husband went there, but
or your husband? So you had a
right.
connection.
yeah,
So that would be.
yeah, that's
great.
about 30 years old. So you know.
I don't have a connect. But so
You know what? I'll go ahead and call it.
we're
Or send
scheduled
an
to
email.
do it, that's
Okay.
fine. And
Okay.
because I did miss the September meeting.
Okay, I'll go ahead and do it. It's not a problem. Or take it. It's not a problem. All right,
Oh,
thank you.
thank you.
Well, I know that last time Sandra hadn't done Churchill or the Moog School. So I don't know if those two, if one of those two you would want to do, Sue.
Oh, okay. Churchill or I guess either one.
They're both on that outer road.
Churchill. And I'll just write them both down and,
Yeah, if you want to email Sandra and ask her which one if she has contact, because she's
Yes, too.
written
Okay.
down to do both, but on September's meeting, she hadn't had a chance to contacting them.
okay. All right, then I'll ask Sandra if she's done that yet then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Other than that, I mean, because Jeff just had on the list of things to go over was the TerraCycling and then the newsletter games. And he said that he had contacted Linda, you about the recycle game.
Yeah, I sent information about that game I did with cardboard boxes to Morgan. And then she got back to me and she's gonna help make it so you could do it online somehow, like print out pictures and cut them out and make your own
Yeah.
game at home. But I haven't sent her the list yet, so I'm working on that. Also, as far as TerraCycling, I contacted Trinity Lutheran Church that has a preschool, and they didn't say yes or no yet, but they did have a question if we're gonna do other squeeze bottles. And I said, it's just Gerber now, but there are other, I looked on the website, there's other free,
Right, that's, yeah.
she mentioned Aldi, which I didn't see on there, but
Mhm.
so I'll wait and see about that.
Yeah, because I was gonna, I had told
Um,
Morgan about a scavenger hunt game, but I still don't know
Uh-huh.
how to do it. Still, because I don't know if we could have it set up at the park where you could look at it at the park and people could just go look for the clues at the park, or it should be on a newsletter. I don't know if anybody has an opinion on that, what they think about a scavenger hunt for the parks to kind of give some kind of activity for kids.
I like
We
it.
can
It's a
easily
good
do
idea.
both.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know if we have pictures or if you have like little riddles for people to figure out. I mean, I'm not good with riddles, but I didn't know how to do the scavenger, but I just thought that would be a cool idea for kids to have some kind of little activity to do at the park when they, with their parents, run around and find stuff.
Yeah,
Oh, I
I'm
think it's great.
already working on that, so you can
Okay, good.
put that on my list. That's, I can accomplish a scavenger hunt for you.
Okay, good.
Ooh.
Um, Anybody else have any game ideas for the newsletter?
What about just identifying trees?
Yeah,
Just, I know that, with the Master Gardener program, Dan, and I can never think, I always call him the tree guy, Dan, the man who always takes us on the walks around the parks. But I think there are just so many interesting trees, and maybe Drace or Longview just has maybe like 5 to 7 trees that are just indigenous to Missouri or to, zone 5 or something to that effect. And I think that might be kind of fun for kids to, we could look at it from leaves from the fall and what they look like in the spring, or, something to that effect.
right.
Maybe another one could be the different art that's located throughout Town and Country, because I know, don't you have some Ernest Trovas in front of the municipal building? And there's some really pretty art over at Longview as well.
Is it outdoor art?
I believe so. Yeah. Yes. And I'm thinking of statues and outdoor art.
Oh, okay. I see. Mhm.
Because the Ernest Trovas are actually, he was very influential in St. Louis and as around the world too. So I think that's kind of neat.
Is that the piece of artwork that's in the field at Longview?
I don't. So there's a Trova also at Longview, in addition to the.
The city?
And then what about, maybe isn't there another statue with a little a child and a horse, or
That's it.
God.
It's a horse and a dog. And that's Harry Weber.
Okay, and that's what I mean. Maybe was he? I don't know who Mr. Weber was, but is he an influential sculptor as well? And I don't know if they have any ties to St. Louis. And then what about the structures around the new pavilion, the new city center? When you're walking, you see little animals. I don't know if those are just part of the design, or if there's some historical or some sort of connection to that sculptor as well. Isn't there like a duck or a fox when you're walking over where the Diamond Bar and Cha Boutique when you walk on the other side, there are animals.
I think
What I'm
those
Not
were
that I
to
know
scare
of,
the
but
geese away.
What?
They're to scare the geese away,
Oh, okay.
and they don't work.
Okay. Oh, I thought those were just. But
They do look real when you first see them. They're kind of scary.
We'll call them the frightening statues, but something to that effect, you know. But I think even if we just highlight 3 of the sculptors or sculptures, I think that would be interesting.
Mhm.
And thank you for letting me know those are geese or goose chasers.
Okay, anything else on that? Okay. So Linda, do you want to speak to commissioner recruiting? I guess just the point is that we have some openings. So if you know anyone who's interested in joining the commission, the application is on our city website, so you can direct them there. And then it gets sent to our city clerk, or you can send it to me, you can send it to Jeff. But definitely think about it. If you have somebody who might be interested, we could use a few more volunteers.
Jeff has on my notes, he said that they're missing a member from wards 1 and 3, but I thought we had enough because Linda and I are both from Ward 3. Aren't they missing somebody from Ward 2 and 4?
I would just have to look. We
I'm
have 2
for-
at-large members, so
Okay.
Oh,
you can almost always adjust if you have,
Okay.
you know, say 3 from one ward.
Oh, okay.
I live in Ward 4.
Okay. But normally, but I thought we had like 2 from each.
Yes, that's right, Linda, plus 2 at large.
Okay.
Mhm. And we don't have a chairperson today. Linda, did Jeff give you a report to,
No, he said there's nothing to report.
okay?
And I mean, that's basically all he has down. So we really had nothing really to discuss except for the terracycling and the games.
Okay, does anybody want to add anything today before we adjourn? That makes a quick meeting for us, but
Will we, as a committee, discuss our priorities for 2021? Is that an agenda item for November, December? Or is that usually on the January agenda?
I'll make that note for Jeff. Yeah, usually we sort of start November, December, January, somewhere in there. So yeah, that's a good.
And I only bring that up because I don't think COVID-19 is going to go anywhere after. I think it's going to be here for a while. So I think as we're coming up with ideas for next year, just having that as our consideration with what we can have as our kind of like bumper parameter for programming.
Also, will we be trying to do the Green Thumb Awards next year? Or will that be not going to happen again because of COVID or because of lack of funds? Or what do you foresee for next year for those kind of things?
I mean, I don't know. The good news about the Green Thumb Awards is that, you know, you could go and each person could evaluate on their own. It doesn't necessarily need to be, you know, have any concerns about social distancing, or
Or
2
at least
people could
drive
go
separate.
and wear
Yeah.
masks, you know,
Mhm.
and it's outdoors, so that's good. But I would say, yeah, for sure, that should be something to just talk about when you get into goal setting for 2021. If, you know, I think if you want to make it happen, that there are ways you could make it happen, you know, and
Mhm.
just plan for, you know, maybe doing it a little bit differently this year, but still being able to make it happen.
When do you ask for the money for the actual awards, you know, like the stones? Is there a way, when do you try to
Budget?
get that in a budget? So you don't have
Yeah,
to
so it's already in, it's in for next year. And so the board is reviewing the budget right now. We, as staff, have been working on it and working with the mayor and making our recommendations. And then the next step will be for the board to review it and then approve it by the end of the year.
So is there a way to have the Green Thumb Awards in the budget every year, or?
We budget 1 year at a time, but so, you know, it would just be this commission recommending that they remain in. that makes sense? So they're in there for 2021.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yes. Mhm. It's not approved yet. They're recommended in there.
Yeah, but that's good start.
It is.
Can I go back to one thing about TerraCycling? Are we planning on implementing that the first of the year? Are we just working up to getting everything ready for doing it, having the bins or the containers at the schools or churches by January of 21? Is that our goal? Because I think probably by 21, maybe schools will be more in person, and it might be more feasible to start implementing the program at that point. Or I don't know, what everybody else thinks.
I think that's a good point, Linda, just for the process sake, just getting the commitment in the fall and then something to implement in the spring. I think that's a good suggestion.
Ladies, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to leave because I have another, I have somewhere I have to be in 15 minutes. So, so I guess if it's okay, I'm going to sign out.
Okay.
But
Thanks,
thank
Sue.
you. Thank you very much.
Hi, Sue.
Bye-bye. Okay, and with Sue leaving, we will not have a quorum. And so let's just go ahead and adjourn the meeting now.
Okay.
And so that gives us 12:31. And we'll get the agenda ready for the next meeting and get that out to everyone after Jeff has a chance to take a look at it.
Hey, Ann, can you make sure that Morgan never texts me or emails me about the meetings? I always have to ask Linda Holgren to send me. I don't know why I keep getting taken off the list, but I never get the email saying that there's a meeting, even though I know there is a meeting, but I never get it. And then, so I don't know the Zoom password and any of that stuff.
Sure thing, sure. I wonder if it's being blocked or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, you'll be on the record. You'll be able to listen to that for herself.
Thank you.
All right, thanks everyone.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.